student. I once again welcome you in this online virtual platforms. Here we are going to see the remaining part of our lesson, Water, the Elixir of Life. It is written by C.V. Raman, the professor of physics. Okay, let's see what happens and what he want to say in his lessons. We saw that he was stressing the importance of water in our life. He says that water is nothing but the elixir of life. We cannot serve elixir imaginary, which we think that it will give us immortality. In fact, it is the water, the liquid, which gives us life. It is called the elixir of our life. He has given a number of instances and shows the importance of water. He deals with constructive as well as destructive powers of waters. He also shows that how the Libyan deserts is different from the valley of Niles in Egypt. The difference lie and the root cause of that difference is the waters. On the one side there is no water and another side there is water. That water change the scenario of that place. So in this way we saw the advantage and the benefit of this water, and here we are going to see the remaining part of the lessons. Up to this point we saw that most of the waters goes down to the sea. We cannot stop them. The proper management should be there so that the water should remain in this soil, but most of water goes to the sea. Again, he discussed the importance of waters. He says that water carry small particles of soil with them, and when they carry, they give fertility to soil. Here he also discussed the destructive parts, and what he says that the carrying water, the flowing water, on the other hand, under appropriate condition can also play a destructive part and wash away the soil. So this flowing water can work also as a destructive force. The problem of soil erosions is a major significance in various countries and especially in many part of India. Now here he is dealing with the soil erosions. What is the meaning of soil erosions? Have you heard this word? मराठीमध्ये सांगायचं झाल्यास ते जमिनीवरची माती वाहून जाणे, म्हणजे सुपीक माती आपण जे म्हणतो, जी कामाची माती आहे ती वाहून जाणे, दॅट इज कॉल्ड द सॉइल इरोशन्स. Soil erosion occurs in successive steps, the earliest of which may easily pass unnoticed. So here say the soil erosions occurs because waters carry with it some small particles, but excessive, if the water carry excessive parts, then it will be a destructive things for agriculture or many other things. In the latter stage, the cutting off and washing away of the earth is only too painfully apparent in the formation of the deep gullies and ravines which make all agriculture impossible. So if the excessive soils flow with water, then what happens, there will be a deep gullies and ravines. So and if there is deep gullies, it cannot be possible for farmer to plant there and to have the crop in that field. So it will be difficult for agriculture. Sudden burst of excessive heavy rain resulting in large run of surplus water are the principal factor in causing soil erosions. The sudden burst of excessive heavy rain, that means you might have heard Uttarakhand's disasters. Why that was happens? Because of the sudden burst of excessive heavy rains. That's why that disasters happens. And if there is a sudden burst of excessive rain, then it causes the disasters. Soils, it causes the erosion of soil. The slope of land, removal of the natural protective coat of vegetations, the existence of ruts along with the water can flow with the rapidly gathering momentums, and the absence of any check of such a flow are also cause for soil erosions. So if there is a slope lands or the plain land, if the excessive rains comes, excessive waters comes, that lands also draw away, and the soil which is important for the vegetations that also draw away with that water. So this is the destructive power of the water. And if we do not have the check or the obstacle for that soil, then what will happen? Excessive soil erosions will happen. So in order to check and in order to stop the soil erosion, so we must have the obstacles. The slope of the land, removal of natural protective coat of vegetation, the existence of the rut along with the water can flow with rapidly gathering momentums, and the absence of any check of such a flow are also cause for soil erosions. Soil erosion is dangerous to agriculture. The terracing of land, construction of birds to check the flow of water, the practice of contours cultivations, and the planting of appropriate types of vegetations are the measure that can be used to check the soil erosions. So how we can check this soil erosion, how we can stop this soil erosions? So here he discussed some natures, he discussed some remedies for. He says that we have to plant appropriate trees so that the soil erosions can stop. Contour cultivations is also essential. We have to make the boundary around the land so that soil erosions can be stopped. Again, what he says, water is the basis of all life. Every animal and every plant contain a substantial portions of free and combined water in its body, and no kind of physiology activity is possible without water. Yes, this is right, absolutely right. Every animal and every plant contain water. Every animal have water inside, and without water we cannot live, not a plant. Don't talk about the animal. We are also animals, human beings, human animals, and in order to live our life we need water. Similarly, other animals needs water. Without water they cannot survive. Without water plant cannot survive. That the essential part of our life, and it is a necessity of our life. Water is of course necessary for animal life, while moisture in the soil is equally imperative for the life and growth of plant and trees. That is the things I have said earlier. No doubt no doubt the water is important for us, but similarly moistures in soil, that means the water in soil is also important for the plant growth of the plant. The conservations and utilizations of the water is thus fundamental for the human welfare. Apart from the artesian water, the ultimate source in all cases is rain and snowfall. So what is the main source of water? Yes, it is the rainfall and snowfall that gives the waters to the soil and to us. Much of Indian agriculture depends on the seasonal rainfall. The problem of soil erosions and of inadequate or irregular rainfall are closely connected with each other. Yes, our agricultures, the growth of our agricultures depends on the rainfall. The problem of soil erosion and inadequate or irregular rainfall are closely connected with each other. Soil erosion uh, can cause because of excessive rain, and if there is irregularity in rainfalls that affect the agricultures, that affect the farmers, because their income depends on the rainfall. Excessive rainfall is as dangerous as the less rainfall for agriculture, or the no rainfall. It is clear that adoption of technique preventing soil erosions would also help to conserve and keep the water where it is wanted. Yes, the techniques, the developments in modern techniques can be used, you know, can be used to prevent the water, to prevent the soil erosions, and we have to use it. Collection and utilizations of the rainwater is therefore of vital importance. Yes, collection and utilizations. We have to collect the rainfall. Similarly, we have to use the rainfall for appropriate purpose, for agriculture or any other purpose. So this is the need of the times. Much of it flow down into the stream and river and ultimately finds its way to the sea. That's also reality. In today's scenario, we see that most of the water flow down into rivers and ultimately rivers meet to sea, and then the water goes to sea. So that happens with the water. So we have to check the water, we have to stop the water, and we have to utilize the water. Incredible large quantity of the precious fluid are thus lost to the country. Here, the author says that the water is the precious things for the country, and in this way, we are losing the precious things, because without water, there is no life. The harnessing of our river, the water of which now mostly run to west, is the great national problem and which must be considered and dealt with. So the loss of these natural resources is the great problem from India, and we have to consider these problems and we have to deal with this problem. Vast area of land could be turned into fertile and prosperous country by courageous and well-planned actions. The systematic planning of suitable trees in every possible place is the one of the most urgent need of India. So, how we can stop the soil erosion? How we can stop these important things to from losing, from wasting in the sea? So, what we have to do? Vast area of land could be turned into fertile and prosperous country by courageous and well-planned actions. We have to make the plan, and that plans can be used to make this country a fertile country, a fertile land. The systematic planning of suitable tree in every possible place is one of the most urgent need of India. We have to plant trees systematically. We have to plant trees so that we can stop the soil erosion, we can stop the flow of water. This is the need of India. Such a plantation would directly and indirectly prove a source of untold wealth to country, and these plantations of such trees would be helpful, and this increase the wealth of our country. In fact, it will be the wealth of our country. They would check soil erosions and conserve the rainfall of the country from flowing away to west. In one sense, water is the commonest of liquid. In another sense, in one sense, water is the commonest of liquid. In another sense, it is the most uncommon liquid with amazing property which are responsible for its unique power and maintain animal and plants. So if we think that water is the common thing, common liquid, no doubt it's common, but on the other hand it's uncommon thing because it gives life to the human beings, it gives life to the plant, and without that we cannot imagine the life on the earth. The investigations of the natures and the proper properties of water is therefore the highest scientific interest and is far from the exhausted field of research. So here our lessons comes to an end. In this way we have completed the 3 lessons of our syllabus. Now we will stop here, and in the next class we will see in new lessons. Thank you.